What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part, I want to say, lucky number 13 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded King Louen campaign. So once again, we managed to reach the likes and comments threshold, so as promised, this will be the second bonus episode today. You guys also did give a bunch of names for the Trebs and the Battle Pilgrims and, well, a number of things. I'll get them in, let's say, next episode though, because I'd like to advance this one a little bit as we're so close to the endgame scenario. I'd like to start preparing for it, so let's get right to it. As we saw last time, Louen did manage to take the Galleon's graveyard with his knights and knocking down Count Noctilus rather, and sinking the Dreadfleet, while Rapunzel held off another blob of Coronate forces with her peasant mobs. Effectively, even if her peasant mobs are inferior compared to those of the Fey Enchantress with their plus 25 melee attack, I'd like to see how these perform before we inevitably replace them with more Battle Pilgrims, or maybe even Foot Knights, depending on how we want to do that. Anyway, Louen, we have Cassian here who has arrived, and we're going to have to transfer some troops, so let's do that. To start off with, you and you are two named units of fire arrows, and who else do we need to replace? Well, do we keep the Defenders of the Fleur-de-Lis here? You know what, we'll keep him here for now. Here's the thing. Right now they're acting as anti-large, as they are similar to the Knights of the Realm, so we'll keep them, and then we'll replace them later. Let's lose these two Knights Errant, which gives us exactly the amount of space we need. Fantastic. I mean, I guess if we wanted to, we could just keep the Defenders of the Fleur-de-Lis here. We're also going to summon the Companions of Quenelle while we're at it, despite the ludicrous expense to do so, but nobody other than Louen can do it reasonably. And... Wait, Louen can't move? Why can't you move? I thought you could. I thought everybody could move now. Oh, it's because Cassian couldn't move? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Maybe that was the other turn. We'll move next turn, I guess. You guys can sit here. Maybe we'll send somebody to the island. But for now, we got other places to be. Alrighty, so you guys. The Fey Enchantress, while Adelard, I guess you were going to lead. Put you into encamp stance. Wait a second. Do we still have the non-attrition Errantry? Immune to attrition in enemy territory, yes. Meaning we're free to go into the Crusade stance and go here. And you know what, go right here. I just want to double check that this is actually working. Yes, it is working. Fantastic. Oh. We could channel, but we barely gain any mana. Okay, just go here. And, ooh, Morghur is here. Damn, I was actually hoping to kill Morghur off with, not quite, huh? Alright, well, Renee, you can follow Adelard for now. Fey Enchantress, I'm going to send you out to sea briefly to get to that shipwreck. Grab it, and then you can land at Bilbali. What I was going to say is I want the defeat trait of Morghur on Louen himself, so we're going to have to try to book it over here. Maybe siege him until we're there. Alright, you guys are good to go. Let's also put Rapunzel in Alhaik for now, a little while. While we heal her up, and oh, we should probably channel actually. How's the mana flow here? Alhaik is bad. What about in Martek? It is blowing, meaning we can go to Martek, yes? Okay, we can, just not this turn. Okay, fine. We'll do that after. Green Knight, you're going south as well to fight some Skaven or actually to fight some Beastmen and Skaven, and before going back northward to fight the endgame scenario, and I do believe we are good other than building. As for building, there should be a few things. First of all, Marches of Couronne, we're temporarily going to build the Weaving House here, because I think we are going to take a while to get to tier 5 to build our special buildings, and thus we can make a little bit of money. Martek, you can have the upgraded Iron Mine, Carcassonne. We do need the walls at Brion, but I think we need them more at Blackstone Post, because it's going to get attacked. And while we're here, Iron Smelter, and that's about it, isn't it? Oh, we can build something at Bordelot as well. And we cannot afford the Shrine of Manan, so I guess we'll wait on it. Ah, that regiment of renown of questing knights did cost us. Oh well, I don't expect that anybody's likely to attack Bordelot. Also, to address a couple of comments, with regards to building another building, a military building at Misnar, that actually wouldn't help in this scenario. So, the problem here is not that these guys don't give us enough money because they don't value it, they value it a lot at 46.3. Building a more powerful building in Misnar will simply up these numbers, but these guys can't afford it, see? And we're at 3,356 gold, and we still have leftover points, meaning the only way we get more money is if Eltharion gets richer and is able to add to this. If this is 33 or this is 10 or if this is 500, it makes absolutely no difference. We'll still receive the same amount of money until he gets richer. And that's why we've been nickel and diming him. Eltharion, I actually don't know why he's been so darn poor. In fact, he hasn't even upgraded Tor Yvresse yet. It's still a tier 2. What the heck is going on with Eltharion? Seems like he's doing a poor job. We got level 3 at Lothar, and look at all this stuff. I don't know. Well, that's his problem, I guess. It's not like he's in a position where he's going to get destroyed by anything now that Nikari's gone. Let's end the turn. Let's see about Morghur and whatever else is going here. Mother Estankus still wants that military alliance. Probably, but not yet. I wonder how Mother Estanka feels about Mazda Mundi. I would like to potentially get a few lizard units. The problem there is that the Hunts Marshal won't like us, and the Jade Court won't like us. But nonetheless, it might still be worth our time. Demolition complete somewhere. Let's check about Mazda Mundi. Oh, he does like us. Do we know him? Yes, we do know him, and he's willing to trade. Alright, fine. We're gonna trade with Mazda Mundi for 2k. Don't really need the military access for now. And yeah, Mother Estanka doesn't mind him. She has a bit of a prejudice there, but it should be fine. And oh, I see Morathi has taken the Moon Shard, which means Mother Estanka is losing. Well, I guess that's her problem too, just like Yvresse's problems. Yvresse's problems. Alright, now. Ixstone is there, Morghur is there. We get to move Louen. Lulu. Move on out, buddy. It's gonna be attrition-y, but it's honestly probably not significant enough for us to be concerned with, so just go. And I'm pretty sure we still suffer attrition. Because this isn't an enemy territory. Oh, Gentleman Jenkins. Okay, we're gonna have to avoid you. Not with Louen, obviously, but with everybody else. And yeah, you're gonna suffer attrition, let's see. Okay, the rest of you then. You're gonna have to go in a different way. And go up to Yvresse then. Because I'm pretty sure you can't follow. Oh, well, actually, you two can. Cassian, go that way, because you got to transfer these to the Enchantress, but I also don't want you to get caught. And how about you? Yeah, you can both. Yeah, you can both keep following Louen. You're at level 11 and you're at level 8. I think we need them to be at level 13, but, well, and it shouldn't be too far away. Enchantress, do a quick little auto-resolve at the shipwreck here. For the island, and yeah, okay, we're not fighting that here. Have a war banner on the Enchantress. Resolve, a little bit of damage, but not enough to be concerned with. Honestly, that's not enough money to waste that. I think we're not gonna do it. As in, we only want to do that with reasonably high numbers, maybe 2 to 3k at minimum, because I don't want the defeat rate. Now, I'm pretty sure we can't grab Bilbali, right? Because it's got a blood ground nearby. Cannot colonize ruins in this region until the Herdstone is destroyed. Huh? Why are you lying, game? Oh, no, it's grayed out. Okay. I didn't notice it was grayed out. I thought it was just paused. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. We were expecting that one. Now the question is, do we attack Morghur? Do we besiege him? The problem is... Okay, well, you know what? You're gonna land either way. That's not gonna change. On the one hand, we don't want Morghur to leave. On the other hand, he might be willing to fight us in Montas, and I'm not sure that I'd like that very much. Can you go into spread the word stance into Morghur's territory? And then you follow along?
My steps are guided.
This is honestly not that much money. I doubt that he'd attack us with 2 armies like this, right? Seems unlikely. You know, just in case, go into an encamp stance instead, and then we'll see. I doubt that he will, but if he does, I think those 2 armies can take care of it. Gotta watch out for the Skaven, but otherwise there ain't much to do this turn, and we can keep advancing towards that endgame. Green Knight, I would like you to fight here. Maybe you can help with Skaven Blight, but we gotta hurry before the endgame activates. Rapunzel, I would like you to go to Martek now. And then start channeling. Gotta watch out for Skarbrand coming along with additional forces, and I think we'll leave Arcan alone, at least for now. You can channel. Alright, and you know what? We should probably summon another damsel, specifically to be a tech thief. At level 1, eh? Knowledgeable? No, well, knowledgeable ain't bad. I was thinking about replacing the damsel in Rapunzel's current army with a beast damsel, because I feel like that would be better at buffing up the troops, and we already have the other 2 types. Either way, we're going to get a knowledgeable one, and you're going to be a tech thief, and you're going to spend the next forever annoying Skarbrand. Enjoy. And we'll also get you ancillaries for this purpose, and a vow. Actually, yeah, it's going to be 5 times leveling up. It's the only one that you can do. Grab yourself a student, and we have another one left over. Enemy hero success chance reduction. I don't think we have a positive hero success chance, unless I'm mistaken. You can have a court jester just because. Just insult the Cornate faction by doing anti-Slaaneshi precautions, as if they were Slaaneshi. Anyway, let's see. We got another clothier to upgrade here. Forest of Arden, rather. Let's get to you, Realm of Chivalry, so that we can upgrade your city next turn. Castle Carcassonne. We will upgrade Brienne, but it's not a priority because it's not near to an enemy. Blackstone Post. Yeah, let's upgrade the Tavern and the Die Maker. And the Chapel of the Lady, and I guess the last of the farms here. Nice. Wasteland will continue ignoring you as we do, but Bordelot, this is all important. So, vineyards, and damn, the vineyards are expensive. But they do provide growth and additional barrels, so they're probably more important than the Shrine of Manan. Alright, well, this place is going to cost us a lot of money, but it's such a good territory that it's always a worthwhile investment. Phyrus. We need you to build defenses, but we can't afford them this turn, which means we can do Diplo end the turn and then keep going. Followers of Nagash really want a non-aggression pact, and Talakwa still wants to trade. How does Talakwa feel about Khemri this time around? They actually don't particularly... Alright, maybe we can trade with Talakwa then. Usually they and Khemri get into a war, I mean, but right now it doesn't seem to be the case. Get a little bit of more money per turn, and I believe that's all we can do for now. At least of the important stuff. Yeah, no defensive alliances with any of these guys. Alrighty, let's keep going. Gotta try to find ourselves an actual battle. Skip, and... I don't see any of Skarbrand's forces nearby, so we're okay on turn. And yeah, we're obviously going to build Rapunzel up a proper force, but it's going to take a little bit. Alariel, you want a military alliance. Do we want a military alliance with Alariel right now? I mean, before I was mostly worried that she'd declare war on the Drowned, and then the Drowned would just bypass her and go for us, which was very much possible, but right now it's not happening. Might be worth our time. Alright, fine, Alariel. We're already allied with Eataine and with Yvresse. We might as well just be allied with the entirety of the donut and act as one, more or less. Though in reality, because I generally don't accept allies into a war anyway, because I think they're... Oh! Gentleman Jenkins! Yeah, are you sure you're not crazy, man, Jenkins? Because this is a terrible idea. Alright, well, we'll fight this, just to see our massive pile of new knights, which I believe are all named now. The Good Knights, the Endless Knights, Knighty Knights, Knights of the Algorithm, Forza Lady, and Knights Who Say We, at least for the questing knights. So yeah, let's try them out, though Gentleman Jenkins is going to get absolutely destroyed. Here we go. Alrighty, so obviously this is complete insanity from Gentleman Jenkins, but hey, credit where it's due for braving this with his basic Imperial troops, which are going to get absolutely obliterated. I mean, they do have buffs, they do have a decent amount of spears and whatnot, 44 melee defense and anti-large on those spears, but it's really not gonna do anything, is it? And especially as the entire line of knights just slams into them, and hey, that's pretty gentlemanly, not going to pull any fancy flanking stuff. Frankly, we don't need it. And yes, our new questing knights are here as well, the Companions of Quinnell, and I noticed they use the same barding type as the, or at least a similar barding type as the Lewin's Lions do, so they fit as our main spear line. I really like that. They match now, since we use them together, one as a lance, and then directly behind them as a regular formation. Anyway, here comes the charge. This is going to hurt a lot. And right through the main line with the Lewin's Lions, and then the questing knights join the fray. Several of our units charge directly through the enemy lines and engage all those enemy melee. The spears, having been charged through, are getting hit in the back by the knights as well, and the balance of power with the single charge shifts to about 90% in our favor. Well, it's about time we punt a few more Empire troops, as we didn't do all that much punting of the Marienburgers when we briefly fought them at the very start of the campaign, and we've been punting goblins and well, I mean, goblins and orcs, but I was gonna say greenskins and undead and whatnot, so, you know, add a little bit of variety to our punting. Anyway, just like that, the enemy army will rout. Louen brings down a Gentleman Jenkins with great disdain, I'm sure, at the relative weakness of his army, even if they did allow us to get a nice little pitched field battle going, though hard to quite call it a battle. Anyway, not to worry, I'm not even really going to count this as a battle, so there will be other battles this episode. Alrighty, there we go. 2 losses, a little bit more than we'd like because they weren't peasants, but otherwise, easy little fight. I really don't understand how the rogue armies are supposed to be programmed. Do they just attack you if you're nearby and that's it? Like, what the heck was the point of that? They couldn't possibly have won with their army. They couldn't have even hurt us with their army. Pretty big disparity there. Anyway, let's execute the captives and try to hunt down Morghur, which is why we're moving over here, who has apparently left. Okay, not to worry. He's at war with somebody. Vow completed for Sophia Paravant, Gaston of Couronne, Sir Algor, and Matthias the Follower. Huh? What? I don't even remember what vow they had. Heraldry of Paravon completed. Free chivalry of nothing else, though the Confederation opportunity obviously does not exist. Everybody's vows are maxed out. Pledge to Valor. I don't remember what their Pledge to Valor was. But I didn't think that Gentleman Jenkins would be the one to complete it. I can't see it here. I don't think anybody else has that vow. Well, either way, Lewin's entire force is now complete with what they needed, so we're good there. Head briefly to the Remnants of Battle, though I don't believe that's a thing, and we'll see if we can't find Spot and destroy Morghur. Sunken chest this time. Hey, wax-sealed rations, nice. And nice in particular for Lewin's army. Louen, keep moving this way. Do we see Beastie Boy? I have a feeling he's moved down this way. Oh, but he's in his damn beast camp, and is not spottable. But I guess since he only has 1 territory, he should be easily findable after we take out the territory. I think the main issue with that is that once we do, he might attack these guys, and then he'll be destroyed, and then his lovely defeat rate won't go on Louen. I mean, I guess we could wait 1 more turn. Let's just head you guys out right here, see if we can't spot him. It's not like we're in a hurry, and it's not like anybody can colonize these territories while we're here. And I don't want to go near Montas because I wouldn't want him to attack us and then draw Montas into the fight. All right, and plus this will allow the Green Knight to inch ever closer, though he's now spent, what, 5 turns trying to get closer? A shame. Green Knight, you are trying to get towards Vows of Fealty. Let's do Knights of the Realm, Knights Errant, Pegasus Knights, and Royal Hippogriff Knights. Okay, we obviously don't have any of those. Let's do Inspire Young Knights, I guess. I don't really care for the leadership of the other thing. It's mostly the reduction in cost that we want anyway. Also, we are now moving on to the Heraldry of Artois, and then afterwards the Heraldry of Bordelot, which will mean free territory. In Lustria, oh, Lustria is gonna be hectic. Well, I mean, we can ally with the lizards by the looks of it, instead of the other humans there, but that's their problem. Tech Thief, you've got places to be, places in Scarby's, and Scarby's territories. Try not to get yourself killed. Rapon, stay here until we have the necessary buildings to get you some better units. I mean, I guess we could raid Scarbrand, it's just that we wouldn't be able to face off against his main army with this army, not yet. Not until we build what we need, so I think we wait. Cassillon, you are moving closer to everybody here, I guess. And just to transfer this stuff to the Fey Enchantress. And I believe that's it once again. Alright, well, at least this allows us to build up our empire and move everybody into position as needed. Marches of Couronne, you're fine. Castle Artois, we were going to upgrade you, but you're so expensive I might wait. Brienne, we can build the farm at Carrick-Ziflin. Wasteland, we're ignoring again. Aquitaine, we should upgrade you. Coast of Araby, Al-Haik, yes. Okay, so I wanted to get the walls at Al-Haik, but I think we'll get the walls at Pyrus first. And at Al-Haik, we will build the training field. It's going to take a while to get to the foot squires, but at least we can, say, get a bunch of men-at-arms and use foot squires once the men-at-arms are through. The men-at-arms with maces in particular for response, because we need armor piercing to deal with the those Cornate troops. I don't think we have any extra anywhere. Oh, you have some maces. We could just transfer all of this to Raponce, but you'd have to move southward. I'll think about it. It's not like we have extra peasants that we can summon anyway, or, you know, get. It's not quite summoning. River Brienne, you cannot build the Shrine of Mathlan, okay, or Manan, rather. Although some would argue that Mathlan and Manan are in fact the same entity, so, you know. Depends. Of course, the elves would completely deny it, but it kind of would make sense for there to be one main and god of the sea. Even if Stromfels is superior, I said it. Alrighty, and non-aggression pact with Arcan? No, not yet, buddy. And when I say not yet, I mean never. We're gonna attack you. But he's gonna be allied with Sylvania once they come around for the endgame scenario, which is still not nigh, but it will soon be nigh. The nigh is 9. Hey, hello. Armor of Brilliance available now for Louen and a little bit of money. I'm going to give us a read because I didn't do so when we got the quest, though. A piece of armor bearing the heraldry of a legendary warrior has been discovered during a holy quest and is brought before King Louen. Agilulf was once a Grail knight who had slain thousands of the world's foulest monsters by his sword, blinding his foes in combat with his armor's wondrous sheen. He slew the monsters because he was blinding them? That doesn't seem that honorable. Alright, anyway. No one knows what became of him after his last quest, but years of the equipment's disuse are evident in its dullness. The magical link between the armor's sheen and durability wanes, leaving it brittle. The only way to restore it is to employ a master craftsman to melt it down and reforge it back to its prior brilliance. Really? That's the... okay. Alright, sure, why not? Louen, it didn't immediately equip to you. And A, bonus +1 to control, and... okay, we don't care about the allegiance points for... I take it this is other Bretonians? Who cares? I guess this is if we wanted to borrow their armies or something, but that's unlikely. Anyway, alas, I see no Morghur around, which means we're gonna ignore it. So this is how we will do this. Adelard and Co., you're going to hit Montas. And we're going to declare war on Morghur, who's currently only at war with the Pirates of Sartosa, which is probably where they are. Is his army still alive? Yeah, it is. It is alive somewhere, but we don't know where. How far can the Green Knight see? Let's move him closer. Just wondering if Morghur could be out at sea somewhere. Damn it, Morghur. Why must he have such a good defeat rate? I'm still not willing to keep him around. I mean, once again, we're not in a hurry. Until the end is nigh, we don't have to move anywhere. I guess we could start moving towards Skaven Blight, actually. You know what, Louen, start moving towards Skaven Blight. You might actually find and catch Morghur. Yeah. Morghur, what is this? That's a Skaven camp, isn't it? I think it's a Skaven camp. Go into regular... No, you know what? You guys, move closer. Because if it's a Skaven camp, we'll need to be careful. I see Warpstone. Yeah, oh, hello, Morghur. We found you, buddy. Okay, how do we do this? We need to get him, obviously. But we also need him to not run from us. Most likely he's heading towards Sartosa. I guess the question here is, do we declare war on him right now? He'll move towards us if we do, most likely. Huh. Pile of Skaven slaves. Okay, if he... No, he's probably not going to attack Louen, right? No, then again, he might. We're in full speed stance. You know what? Let's risk it. Let's risk doing so. We are not going to make a deal. We're just going to straight up declare war on him. Go into the Crusade stance and attack Montas. Declare war. Call your allies to help. And... I didn't actually mean to do that, but they joined. Alright, then... I also realized another issue. He might attack these two rather than Louen. Well, I guess if he does, we just need to... Wait, he's not unbreakable in SFO, is he? No, he's not. He can break. And if he can break, we can damage him, destroy his army, chase him away, and then chase him down with Louen and still get the defeat rate. I hope. We'll see. Alright, either way, you two. Now let's move you in. And fight this. And then we can colonize all of this place and then start raking in the cash. And then this also draws closer to Rapunzel, might be able to swap some stuff around. Anyway, do we need to actually fight this one? Is a question. Not really. I think I'd rather fight Morghur. This is kind of pathetic. I mean, there are 3 Bestigors in it, but... feels like a waste of our time. Just ought to resolve it. And we'll occupy Montas. Nice, and hey, a free Talisman of Endurance, although probably not on you. Adelard has a Royal Pegasus now. Can any of you reach colonies for colonization? Yes. You can. You cannot. We'll head you to Nuja, whatever. Hey, Enchantress, you can grab Bilbali. 4K to colonize. Oh, it's because we have small amounts of troops. Just do it. At least this way you can heal up. And then we'll go into Realm of Chivalry, we'll not collect income, we'll re-up the port and the main building here, and then we'll go for the fields. You are supposed to transfer these 2 units of Knights Errant to the Fey Enchantress, who also needs another Paladin. Like so. And she's got 5 Knights and is missing 1 Paladin. Then we want to get these 2 units of archers, the named archers, into an army, which is going to be this one. Proceed, and then we can delete Cassillon. Or do we delete Renee? Wait, is Renee one of the magnanimous ones? Because if she is, then she should still be a follower. Yeah, she's one of the magnanimous ones. Alright, so that means actually Cassillon should carry the troops around. Alright, well, we'll do that after then. Until we swap out. We should also check for more magnanimous type troops, but we're okay. And aha! Okay, no, I thought that was an army. Not aha. Never mind. Rapon, stay there. Let's keep building you up so that we can get you your troops. And let's upgrade the Bretonnian fishing harbor at Alhaik as well. And it looks like we won't have enough money once again to build that Temple of Mana. Oh well. Leoness, you can get the Pegasus Siri, but that's not super critical right now. What is, I think, critical is the well, the windmill for sure. Because it's adjacency and growth. We should probably still do brothel. Oh, we can't afford the brothel. Actually, the windmill doesn't do much for you right now. Go for the brothel. I guess we could replace the Chapel of the Lady with a farm. Or maybe even a clothier, just to make a little bit more cash. Maybe that'll be the way to do it. Not that it's super critical either. Quinnell, will we need defenses here? There's a decent likelihood that Skaven come a-calling, and we have no armies present there at the current time. Oh, I also should have... Oh, no, he can't reach it. Okay, well, that's fine. Alright, Garrison Lord, blah, 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 blah. Let's quick deal in the turn, and I really want to hunt that Morghur down, so let's attempt to do so. Please, 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 go for Louen. Let's see what he does. He has no territory, but the Beastmen don't really need one. Alright, where are you gonna move? You know what? Don't do this quickly. Okay, wait, do this part quickly, but not when Morghur moves. Alright, Ixstone, where are you going? You are going for... Is he going to try to colonize Magritta? Please do. Please colonize Magritta. I am actually not sure what he's doing. Alright, Camry's moving around, and I didn't mean to pause that. Damn it, Carl, not now. Wait, what don't you like? Oh, strategic threat? Yeah, that's fine. We're not joining this. I want to see what Morghur does. Oh! Would you look at that? Sylvania's drawing closer. Okay, we're gonna have to try to get the Wood Elves to declare war on them again. They are, they're drawn closer, and they're about to get more powerful. We might actually end up having to take the entirety of the Empire, because I fear that the Empire will get destroyed. Alright, Morghur, you are going to land. You're going to try to land. No, you're going to successfully land, and you're going into a hidden encampment. Now, if we land there at the same time, we might be able to have Louen get intercepted or ambushed by Morghur, which is fine. Ambushing the pile of knights is generally not a good idea. It seems like it might be, but I really don't think it is. They're not significantly enough disadvantaged, but alright, let's speed this back up because I was taking absolute ages. Alrighty. What is this? Wars of Errantry. Bretonnia stands strong as the protector of honor and chivalry, yet one last challenge must still be met in the wastes of the old world. Our king prepares for battle in the grandest of scales and calls for an Errantry war. I ask you now to bestow your great virtues upon us and lead the knightly orders to their final victory over our enemy. Oh, I guess we got enough chivalry for this to activate. Swell. And we have permanent Green Knight uses now. It's all great, of course. The time has come to wipe these demons and blighted scourges from our lands. To the wastes bring more to cast. Honestly, the wastes are quite far. I think the greenskins, if it's to the Badlands, is the better option. A, because we're closer, Rapunz is near there, and we can attack Scarbrand at the same time. Attack the greenskins. And historically, the greenskins have always probably been the bigger issue for Bretonnia. Well, iffy, but yeah. Confederation Golden Order in Nordland. Or did Nordland confederate? No, it was the Golden Order. So they'll still live by virtue of Nordland up here. Kind of an interesting swap in positions. Cedric is ready for duty. Win the following battle wars of Errantry Badlands. Enemy forces... I don't actually look that bad. Do we get any reward for this? Just a pile of chivalry? Interesting. Oh, and it's just a teleportable battle? Ah, damn. If I had known it was a teleportable one, I might have picked... Chaos, maybe? Alright, Louen. Let's see if we can get this to happen. You're going to try to land right beside Morghur.
Farewell.
Right where his camp is. I'm hoping
I take my leave.
that he'll fight. Ah, he's just out of range. Okay, maybe now he can't move, though. He might be stuck. It's unclear. So just go into channeling stance and channel there. I'm not going to move either of you two around, though, because I'm kind of concerned. Adelard, you are going to try to loop around and go after Ixstone, and I guess we'll put the Green Knight into the Fey Enchantress's army, who's at 19 out of 20. But she can't reach Ixstone, where Adelard can. Can you do anything to... No, you cannot. If he runs, it won't work, and I fear that he will. On the other hand, it is a pile of peasants. Maybe not. Alright, well, let's give it a try. Sorry, Green Knight, but it's unlikely that you can do this. Alright, come on, come on. Nobody's willing. Wait. Maybe we can still catch him. Yes. We can still catch him. And Green Knight, this way you might be able to as well. Although, wait, we need... Okay. Renee, I would like you to go right, I don't know, here. And we'll put the Green Knight in your arm. I just want him to leech some XP. And then we'll put you in here. No, not you. Well, I guess technically you as well, but... You go here. And... No, the Fey Enchantress is a little bit far. Maybe we send her to... Nuja, whatever. Let's do that. Put you... Wait.
You seek prophecy.
I got this, guys. Don't worry. I can do this. Believe in me. Not really, but... let's encamp you. Move you here. We'll have you occupy Nuha. And then Adelard, you can attack still. Yes, good. Attack. Alright, I put the Green Knight in the right army, right? Yes, I did. Okay, good. He can have a war... Oh, no, he can't have it. That's Adelard's war banner. Let's put it on you, I guess. The Wardens of Montfort power up their reload time as they're pretty decent damage dealers. Close victory. Shouldn't be too problematic, but we'll find out. Here we go. Alrighty, here we go. This should be a little bit more interesting, if nothing else. The enemy has, well, a lot of Skaven slaves in their army, but let's face it, a lot of our army is made up of peasants, so there really isn't that much difference. Alrighty. Who has it worse? Skaven slaves or Bretonnian peasants? I wonder. Honestly, it feels like they're about in the same position, society-wise, and it ain't great. Anyway, here we go. We're going to start moving out our mounted yeoman archers, which is this is the only army that's going to have just this massive pile of them, which is pretty interesting. And I'd like to see how effective they will be / can be as we go through the campaign. I might reduce their number by 2 just to get another knightly unit in here so that this army can actually compete with decent stacks, but you know, for now, they should be fine. We've also, as you may notice, separated all of our troops a decent amount from themselves, as the enemy does have a nuke available to them, and we don't want them to hit too many units. Fortunately, the nukes are relatively poor accuracy, and the AI can't aim them very well either, so the only likelihood of them hitting something are when you stand still, which means we cannot keep our cavalry, especially our yeoman archers led by the wannabe knights, still at all. They're gonna have to keep moving, but you know, that's perfectly fine for a skirmisher. Cav just means a little bit more effort in the control of this particular army. Anyway, Adelard has landed. I wanted to get him to stop the enemy Warplug Jezzails from firing at our knights as they closed the distance, and at the very least, the Warplug Jezzails had to move away, which allows our knights to close with the enemy catapults. Although it seems that moving uphill has stymied their charge fairly significantly, and while they pushed through the mass of rats to get to the other catapults, it did take a little bit more effort, or a lot more effort, and we weren't able to leverage their mass and their charge. Looks like the enemy's gonna pop a warp lightning, but that looks like it's killed more rats than it has knights, and that's pretty darn on point for the Skaven. And there's our piles of yeoman archers as well. I do have to wonder how accurate these guys are, because there's often times when certain units' accuracy actually works against them, and because they kill a lot less units by virtue of it. We'll have to see how they perform by the end of this battle. And we're just going to keep them running around. And oh, would you look at that. The only unit on the battlefield that's standing still is going to get nuked. Our poor, poor trebuchets. And I did note that the accuracy on the nukes was low, so it didn't quite hit in the center of the unit of trebuchets, and just sort of offside. Enough certainly to damage them heavily, but it looks like not even enough to kill them. A stationary, essentially, a stationary artillery piece. I'm a little bit surprised that Bretonnian, I mean, you could have something like mangonels or something, but I guess they wouldn't offer too much, would they? The trebuchets alone are a little bit boring, in the sense that there isn't much in the way of variety for our artillery, but with the Empire so close and the Legion/Outpost system now available, and we can do that, and acquire their much superior artillery. Same with Catha and whatnot. Anyway, let's continue here. Our knights are fighting in the center of the enemy formation, and the 2 units of enemy storm vermin, at the very least, are going to have to... Oh, very nice air on that rat. the storm vermin rather, at the very least, will be able to hold. As the enemy has used its nukes, I really doubt that it has a second, so we're looking good to start moving in more of a blobby formation. We also have the Green Knight moving in, as he travels pretty darn fast at 110, almost like a flying unit, and while the rest of our army, or our reinforcements, I decided to send off the map to keep the battle a little bit more interesting, so that we didn't have two armies, I decided to keep the Green Knight on, because, well, we haven't seen enough of him. Obviously, he's going to activate his Dolorous Blade, and he's going to move into the fray and try to go after the enemy lord. Though it does look like he's going to get distracted here and there by storm vermin and other rats. But at least he'll bring a rat down with every blow, and I'm hoping we'll see plenty more of him as we go through the rest of the campaign. He should really be present in every fight against the armies of the dead, as I would think that we would want him to be present in Bretonia's darkest hour, wouldn't we? I'm actually wondering which army we should permanently keep him in. I mean, in theory he should be with Louen, but at the same time, I hesitate to put him with Louen because Lowen's army is already so strong. Maybe we put him or keep him with the Fey Enchantress. And the Green Knight and his two paladins can do their thing. Anyway, with that, the enemy army is pretty much done for. The Green Knight has taken about nearly half HP off the enemy lord, though he is once again getting distracted here and there. There's the half HP, and the rest of the army will begin shattering, and it's just the matter of bringing down the enemy lord with the knight and the storm vermin with mobs of peasants. And hey, finally, with the storm vermin, the rats have more elite infantry than we do, or at least about equivalent to our own elite infantry, not counting the hermit knights, mind you, but I'd love to see a little bit of a combat between foot knights, or not foot knights, well actually yes, foot knights, but I would imagine foot knights would be superior, but foot squires and storm vermin with swords and shields, or storm vermin with halberds, doesn't really matter. Actually, I'd like to see both. I'd be interested to see who would be superior in that regard. Anyway, who's superior in this battle is going to be our forces. I'm not going to end the battle until the Green Knight runs down the enemy lord, which should be right about now. Skarbrand brought him down, but of course the Green Knight is immortal and simply rides from the lake once more to do battle. Alright, come on, get that hit in there, bud. Alright, fine. I guess slow motion didn't really help, and right around him. Alright, no, still alive. Man, imagine if the rats summoned some kind of like warpstone knight to duel the Green Knight, you know, because of the green glow. Reminds me a little bit of Warpstone, even though I'm sure the Bretonians wouldn't appreciate the comparison. Still, a pretty nice model, and hey, why not summon a Warpstone Knight? Am I right? Anyway, with that, we'll just chase down the enemies as best we can, but I'll do it off screen as usual. Alright, there we go. A little bit of work for the Green Knight, who did, well, 7.3k damage. Respectable, very respectable, considering that he came in way, way after the main force. Our trebuchets did get nuked, but to nukes aside, they survived, and we're still looking okay. Adelar, I'm going to have you ransom those captives, because I want to see what the debuff actually is. And, okay, good. For a second, I thought that our trebuchet would melt away, but fortunately, not the case. Scroll of Blast we don't care about. Renee, you can... Guess we can head you down to Magritta. Let's head you down to Morghur. Oh, wouldn't you? Okay, no, wait, stay in our own territory, because you might actually face attrition there. And you're at level 12, so you just need a little bit more, and then we can respec you once I get the one-button respec, and then have you sit around being magnanimous and helping the peasants out and whatnot. I know, it sounds wrong to me, too. Anyway, Morghur, I do believe you shouldn't be able to reach Esther and Chantal, but I'm just going to move them away a little bit further just in case. And in case there's somebody else around. Lots of islands around for us to deal with. Alright, Rapunce. We need to upgrade this to get the men-at-arms with the maces, but I think I'm going to trade that other army to her just so we don't have to wait And especially as it'll take a while to get to the next level of barracks. We should also upgrade Fire so that it can defend itself a little bit better. And once again, we won't have enough for that Temple of Mana. Well, Mana is forbidden in Bretonnia anyway, so, you know. Leonus, you are another one that we can't afford what we want, which is the windmill. Quinnell, we can't afford the defenses, and Bordelot, we can't afford the temple, which means we're gonna Diplo and then we're gonna go next turn. Okay, no trade agreements. We got 3 turns until the heraldry of Bordelot, and thus we'll have the whole family back together. How's he doing, by the way? He is at 7 settlements. Not too bad. Alright, please tell me he's allied with Itza. I want to be friendly with Itza and the other lizardmen. I really think we could get a lot of mileage out of revivification crystal and dinos in our armies, so I'd like to make that happen. Plus, the Arcs of Sotek are really quite good in SFO. Granted, they won't be as good without the Overwhelm upgrade that they can get, but nonetheless. And the turn, let's see what Morghur does. That's the main thing we want to see. Tech Thief, I forgot about you because I got excited about Morghur, but it's okay. The army is moving in, and that's a tiny little army, which means Rapunzel can actually take care of it. Alright, Cetra, gonna be doing Cetra things. Defensive Alliance. I'm reasonably sure that once the vamps spawn, they will instantly declare war on him, so there's no need to align with him. I think he'll be destroyed by them. And thus the problem will kind of take care of itself for us. Morghur. Oh, don't tell me he jumped away, damn it. What do we have here? Hero action cost versus upkeep for infantry. It's only 25% research. I'm going to say upkeep for infantry. We don't have a crazy amount of infantry, but I think we have enough. And plus tax the peasantry, just seems right. What does it... what does it say? The servants of the lady wish to pilgrimage to holy sites around the realm, a quest of knowledge and faith. They have asked that you donate to their worthy cause. Yeah, tax the peasants. Oh, yeah, that was worth it. Up to 7.6k per turn. Very, very nice. And Morghur is over here now. Louen, please tell me you can catch him. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No, we cannot. Where is he going is the question. Oh, he's gonna try to jump over the mountains, is he? Isn't he, rather? Try to go to Tobaru and colonize it. And we'll chase him down afterwards. Hopefully. Morghur, you're really causing me problems right now. Ow. There's a pile of Skaven there. Wait. We're gonna auto-resolve this. I think if we do... Yeah, okay, that didn't work. I was hoping that our army would get sufficiently hurt that Morghur would decide to attack us, but that might not be the case. Well, a free valet and a free student. Can't complain about that. And a free Grand Banner of Clan Superiority. That sounds like a Skaven thing to me. That really sounds like a Skaven thing. Wait, I want to see the image of the... where is it? It's an ancillary, right? I don't see that. It's not one of these items, is it? The heck? I'm not crazy. There was a Grand Banner... Wait. What the heck is going on? Equipment gained. Holy Icon. Right here. Grand Banner of Clan Superiority. There's the Holy Icon, but we didn't get this. I think this is bugged, and I think this is supposed to go to the Skaven, but it's randomized, so we can't actually hold it. I think. This banner is a colossal totem trophy rack. It screams to be looked at, so that other clans might be impressed or cowed. Well, either way, not important. Slightly irritating, but not important. Let's go for Guardians of the Lady and then Rally. We are nearly ready, in fact. In fact, we could build more Pegasus Knights now, and Grail Knights as well. Now, they're a little bit expensive, so we're gonna wait a bit, but nearly there. Let's send you... Avril Mercier to Castle Baston. That should make us a little bit more money than having you in Museo. 8.693 goes up to... a couple hundred more money. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? Alright, well, keep trying to catch Morghur, but in the meantime, send everybody to colonize. This is all gonna be our cash cow territories. Alright, colonize. And... colonize. And we may as well make it all the way to Sartosa. I noticed that the end is still not nigh. which is weird. Because I selected it between turn 45 and 55, but it must happen shortly. Maybe I should have done between turn 30 and 40 or something. I don't know. We'll adjust in future campaigns, because I think it might be more interesting to have it in the earlier portion of the game. We should also head down to Sartosa before they attack us. You're going to be ready next turn, so Rapunzel spend one more turn here and then begin recruitment. We shall send Renee to join you. And then you two can just stay at sea until you're ready to follow somebody. Cassian, you can go here as well. In fact, out at sea. Adelard, I don't want you to get attacked by Morghur. Stay here. And don't intercept him. In fact, just... He can move really far, which has me concerned. Just stay here and channel. We'll figure out what to do with you once Morghur moves. Let's move everybody else. Let's end the turn. I'm gonna hunt Morghur down, damn it. This is the purpose of this particular episode. And also waiting for the endgame. We're advancing in turns. Let's also build something. Not that we have a lot of cash to spend, mind you. And the something will be the mine at Martek and nothing else because we can't afford it. Alright, Heraldry of Bordello. Nearly there as well. Now end the turn. Commandment available. Oh, and one of the new provinces, yes. Well, let's go for the Realm of Chivalry. We can't afford this. Let's demolish the unnecessary building there. Let's also engage in some trading with... We could do Bordello Errant, but they'll just get... Yeah, seems unnecessary. Illyrian is now actually allied with everybody but Tiranoc. And Tiranoc is... maybe more or less friendly with everybody. I think we should still do Illyrian then. Alright, and give us a little bit of cash. Might be enough to build something. Man, follows it. How much would you give us for this, just out of curiosity? 3k. Well, we're still probably gonna attack Arcan, so yeah. Well, let's not. Alrighty, and that will allow us to hopefully build up our basic structures in our new territories. 900 here and a little bit short. We can do it next turn. End turn, Morghur, please. And at the same time, we can hit Skaven Blight, hopefully with the Green Knight. Daughters of the Forest, Mother of Stanky, Defensive Alliance, not yet, and you have reclaimed your territory, which is nice. Decline. I gotta remember to force Adurthu and the other elves into wars as well. Clan Scryer, ooh, Klesh, you're outside of Skaven Blight. That means we could fight the entire... Where did he go? Damn it, Morghur. He jumped here. I fear we won't be able to reach him. I think what'll happen is we'll move here, and he'll loop around like this. Man, okay, well, we'll give it a try anyway. And I know we can level our paladins, but I want this. Blaze Morghur, stay. No, don't run too far. Ah, he's gone, yeah. Yeah, we ain't catching that. Damn you. Alright, back to channeling, and... I'll keep trying to chase him down. Alright, well then everybody else is going to start moving towards the Skaven. We'll still fight them together. This is our territory, so we would suffer attrition there. But we wouldn't in enemy territory. How long is that? Okay, the Skaven corruption. The corruption in general is going to be up for a little while. We could go by sea. Might be faster. Everybody go by sea. And grab a few islands on the way. And then we'll send Renee, minus the Green Knight, to transfer some stuff to Rapunzel. Oh, speaking of Rapunzel. Oh, you're not at war with anybody. Yeah, you can't take any of this. Alright, Rapunzel, go here. Let's delete a few peasant mobs. Let's see how many we can recruit. It's 1,200. That's a little bit on the expensive side. What the heck? Upkeep 3? Why is the upkeep 3? Oh, it's because of the cost reduction. That's hilarious. Peasant upkeep should always be like this. I love seeing this. This tickles me. It's... I mean, 4,000 gold just to build some men-at-arms. Yikes. But nonetheless, we build them. Alright, Fanchantress, you're on the way. Renee, you know what? I still think we should keep everybody together because, I mean, there's a decent likelihood that something attacks us. So we'll keep them together for now. Only Louen can travel on his own. I do want to transfer... Wait, you're at level 12, you're at level 8. No, okay, nobody's transferring yet. They're nearly there, but not yet.
Making my way. We have met before.
I just gotta make sure that all the armies are near enough to each other. Look at this nonsense. It's almost like there are naval battles with all the ships we got going at the same time. Marches of Couronne, we cannot build anything there. Rattleland Mountains, Martek, ignored. Blackstone Post, you're probably fine. You know what, let's finally build that Temple of Manan. Otherwise it's gonna bug me. There you go. Much better. Well, maybe not much, but better. Alright, skip it, and end the turn, and we're gonna see where Morghur goes. Alright, we might lose Tobaro here, but honestly it's not a big deal. It's more important that we hunt Morghur down. Yeah, this is fine. And if you want to stay there for the other armies to fight, I'd actually be happy with that. Beltazar Guilt, you're good. End turn, decline rather. And let's see. Yes, Beast Path Interception. We got what we wanted, folks. It's time to destroy Morghur, get his upgrade, and on top of that, this will allow us to immediately attack Skaven Blight. Fantastic. Here we go. Alrighty, the hunt is over at last, and through the beast paths of the Bretonnian Knights, and we'll hunt down and bring Morghur down for good. I really think you should get, like, I don't know, a bonus 50 relationship with all Wood Elf factions for destroying Morghur's faction, because, well, there's a special hatred in their hearts for Morghur, a walking... I don't know, walking blasphemy that he is. Alrighty, and here we go. Well, we're gonna charge Morghur with our own paladins and Louen, and at level 9, and doubt that Morghur is going to be able to do much of anything, especially against Louen when he's buffed up. Looks like we're at 1k damage with his weapon strength. Interesting. And pretty nice as well, and that's without any additional buffs. Plus, the fact that we kept bleeding on him means he's doing quite well generally at dishing out damage to blobs of enemies. Anyway, Morghur calls for aid, but unfortunately the Gores and Ungores are really not going to stand up to the charge of the Knights as they move in. Once again, really love the matching sets of Knights that we have here in these regiments of renown. And right into the beasts. One last time, and you know, to be honest, credit where it's due, Morghur did do us a favor in this campaign. If our allies had been able to move down here, they would have been able to take the territories of Astalia and Tilea, and then we wouldn't have been able to get them for ourselves. And Morghur, by keeping that blood ground there, prevented them from doing so, which means we get them for ourselves to make money and, well, not pay our peasants. Which is as it should be. Man, the light looks very bizarre on the Ungor here. They're glinting like they're all armored, but they're not. I guess they all oiled each other up before battle. Somebody cue the Pillarmen theme. Anyway, let's continue the fight, such as it is, and getting a little bit of Beastmen punting in there. Now let's see how we're doing here. Pretty good as well. The balance bears at about 90%. Morghur is not yet broken, but he's about to run. And it looks like only his summoned unit... I don't actually know if this is a summoned unit of Chaos Spawn, but only the unit of Chaos Spawn will remain. Morghur has that ability to transform a unit into a pile of spawn, as I recall. So this could be it. But I guess it won't matter. And the Knights just completely surround and rip those poor beastie boys apart. Looks like Morghur's still in there, and honestly, we now just have too many Knights. The lances, look at all those lances, and I guess the great swords pointing up as well. They're kind of all getting in each other's way, and are no longer really able to attack, even though the rest of the enemy army has shattered. Oh, I just see that. One of the enemy beastmen just kind of sort of flew straight up. That was interesting. I guess as we try to move away, let's make some space so we can kill off those Chaos Spawn and bring Morghur down if he's not in there. He's shattered if he is in there, but I don't know that he is, and I don't know that it's important. Let him die beneath the hooves of Lewin's knights. For God, now there he is. There he is. Still right in the middle of that. I wonder, while he's running, does he still do his Mortis engine effect? We see, yeah, he does. I see tiny amounts of damage on these guys. Neat. Alrighty, well that's great for Morghur. Not so great for us blobbing up like this, as everybody's taking a little bit of extra damage from his Mortis engine, but since we have a healer, the Light Bloom should be able to counteract that. Anyway, looks like with that, the Chaos Spawn are down to nothing. Oh, they disappeared. And they disappeared means it was indeed a summoned unit. Morghur's still in there, and his units are still in there, but since this was an underway interception, we don't actually have to chase, although we should probably bring him down. Louen, you get the honor. I mean, after he gave us such a merry chase all over the place, he deserves to get properly brought down. There we go. Although this was a good place for an interception, as we should still be able to move to Skaven Blight, so we didn't lose the turn in that regard. Well done, Louen. Oh, wow, I didn't notice that he just stands there. What, you should have fallen off. What? Dude, you were like standing vertical. Alright, guys, Louen is Spider-Man now, apparently. Well, the color scheme's nearly there. Anyway. This is... I didn't realize it lifted off like that with his model standing up, but like horizontally. That's very interesting. But anyway, with that, the beasts are broken, and let's see the damage and our rewards. Alright, there we go, the hunt complete, finally, after it took the entire episode. But hey, we got this is the third battle this episode, so a bunch of little battles as we went about this. And the reason that I really wanted to do this, okay, Orion Military Alliance. I can say I'm not tempted. What's the likelihood that Orion attacks our allies? Probably less likely. He might attack Couronne, I suppose. You know what? Let's keep it defensive with these guys, at least for now. Alberic, yes, we'll probably do this to get money before we confederate you. Gilgallion, no thank you. And okay, Delling will probably also align with you in a little bit, but leave us alone. And Daddy Torgavan. Military alliance, no, keep it defensive. Vidrioth, guys, relax for 2 seconds. Alright, so... Settlement lost, Tobaro, that's fine, Confederation. Marienburg, Confederated, huh, I'll go figure. This is what I wanted. Missile resistance 25%. Now, it doesn't seem like anything crazy, but for a lord like Louen or Karl, or anybody that has a big model of a mount, and generally speaking, they're very vulnerable to missile fire, especially while they're flying around, and sometimes even when they're on the ground as well. This puts his missile resistance up to 40%, and it'll be 50%. With the Lady's Mantle, plus the general ward save and physical resistances, will make him very hard to bring down. Worth it, in my opinion. Anyway, with the hunt complete and the Warherd of the Shadowgave destroyed, we are out of time, and I am going to call the episode here. Next time, however, we immediately proceed to destroy Skaven Blight, and start working on Clan Scryer, which is probably settled throughout these territories, and then start moving down to Sartosa. By the looks of it, the game has decided that the end is nigh. Will activate a turn 55, well, within the next 3 turns. I guess it went to the max roll, so we'll still have 10 turns to be able to get back here to fight to the dead. Hey, on the bright side, this will have allowed us to do a lot of work here, and then swap some troops with Rapunzel, so that she'll be capable on her own, and we might even say send one of the extra armies down here to help Rapunzel out with the spawn of Manfred. So I think this will all work out quite nicely. Lots more battles to come, so stay tuned for the fall of Skaven Blight. And next time, don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.